Hi, I'm Meghna. My roll number is 21BQ1A05I3. Today we will discuss about aloha. Aloha is derived from a compound of the Hawaiian words. Alo means share, ha means essence of life. Development of the Aloha network was begun in 1968 at the University of Hawaii under the leadership of Norman Abramson. The goal was to use low-cost commercial radio equipment to connect users on Oahu and the other Hawaiian islands with a central time-sharing computer on the main Oahu campus. AlohaNet became operational in June 1971, providing the first public demonstration of a wireless packet data network. Although AlohaNet was designed for wireless communication, there were two other media available for the application of an Aloha channel: cables and satellites. In the 1970s, Aloha Random Access was employed in the widely used Ethernet cable-based network and then in the satellite network. Contention is a media access method that is used to share a broadcast medium. In contention, any computer in the network can transmit data at any time. First come, first serve. The Aloha Net solution was to allow each client to send its data without controlling when it was sent, with an acknowledgement or retransmission scheme used to deal with collisions. Aloha are two types. First type is pure Aloha and second one is slotted Aloha. First we will discuss about pure Aloha. Whenever a station has a data, it transmits. That means frames are transmitted at completely arbitrary times. Sender finds out whether transmission was successful or experienced a collision by listening to the broadcast from the destination station. Sender retransmits after some random time if there is a collision. Frames in a pure Aloha network. Procedure for pure Aloha protocol. Here K indicates number of atoms and TP indicates maximum propagation time, and TFR is represent average transmission time for a frame. TB represent back of time. Here we can start. Station has a frame to send. If K is equal to 0, then send the frame. Then wait time minus out time, 2 into TP. Acknowledgement received as, then means it's success. If no, it again send the frame. Analysis of pure Aloha. Notation: TF, frame time, S, average number of successful transmissions per TF, that is the throughput or efficiency. G, average number of total frames transmitted per TF. D, average delay between the time a packet is ready for transmission and the completion of successful transmission. We will make the following assumptions. All frames are of constant length. The channel is noise free. The errors are only due to collisions. Frames do not queue at individual stations. The channel acts as a Poisson process. Since S represents the number of good or succeed transmissions per frame time and G represents the total number of attempted transmissions per frame time, then we have S is equal to G into probability of good transmission. Vulnerable time for pure Aloha protocol. Here vulnerable time is equal to 2 into TFR. The probability of having K arrivals during a time interval of length T is given by P of T is equal to lambda T whole power K into e power minus lambda T by K factorial, where lambda is the arrival rate. The vulnerable time for a successful transmission is 2TF. Collision probability increases. So the probability of a good transmission is not to have an arrival during the vulnerable time. And setting T is equal to 2TF and K is equal to 0, we get lambda is equal to g by tf, thus s is equal to g into e power minus 2g. For pure aloha, the probability of a successful transmission is e power minus 2g. Expected number of transmissions is equal to e power 2g, which means that a small increase in the channel load, that is g, can drastically reduce its performance. The throughput for pure aloha is s is equal to g into e power minus 2g. The maximum throughput S max is equal to 0.184 when g is equal to half. The Aloha protocol is an example of an unstable protocol. Aloha offered load was throughput graph. Slotted Aloha. Slotted Aloha was invented to improve the efficiency of pure Aloha as chances of collision in pure Aloha are very high. In slotted Aloha, there is still a possibility of collision if two stations try to send at the beginning of the same time slot. Slotted Aloha still has an edge over pure Aloha as chances of collision are reduces to 1/2. Assumptions made in slotted aloha. All frames consist of exactly L bits. Time is divided into slots of size L by R seconds. That means a slot equals the time to transmit one frame. Nodes start to transmit frames only at the beginning of the slots. The nodes are synchronized so that each node knows when the slots begin. If two or more frames collide in a slot, then all the nodes detect the collision even before the slot ends. Procedure for slotted aloha. While there is a new frame A to send to, send frame A at a slot boundary and wait for acknowledgement. If after some time acknowledgement is received, successful transmission of frame. If there is a collision, the node detects the collision before the end of the slot. Wait a random amount of time and go to step 1. And the node transmits its frame in each subsequent slot with probability P until the frame is transmitted without a collision. Vulnerable time for slotted aloha protocol. Note that the vulnerable period is now reduced in half. Here the S is equal to G into e power minus Z. Throughput of slotted aloha is S is equal to G into e power minus G. Maximum throughput is 0.368. Here G value is 1. Raising G reduces empties but increases collisions exponentially. Small increase in load, big decrease in performance. Pros and cons of slotted aloha. Pros. Single active node can continuously transmit at full rate of channel. Throughput versus offered traffic for aloha systems. Summary. Aloha is one of the random access protocol implemented at link layer. Chances of collisions are more in pure aloha as compared to slotted aloha, but still it is least efficient as compared to other random access protocols such as CSMA. These protocols work efficiently when there are less active nodes. Modified versions of Aloha are being used in some services such as mobile slotted Aloha. Thank you.